Welcome to the official Munzee podcast.
I'm Rob, also known as Coach V, your host and the president of Munzee.
And I'm Craig, also known as C. Marshall. I started as an avid Munzee player, now proudly part of the team.
Each week we'll delve into Munzee's mysteries, divulge some secrets, and inform players from around the world just what is coming your way.
So sit back, relax. Today we've got a lot to discuss, Rob, including a very special guest, Rob. Yes, I got a guest on the episode because people have been asking Rob all the time, why don't you have more guests? And that's the way they ask too. I always say that.
Oh, good.
Why don't you have more guests on the show? Why don't you have more of the Munzee team on the show? That sort of thing too. I mean, we did have Sam on one episode a while ago, but
long ago.
And we have had other people on the episodes, Rob. When I'm in person with them, for instance, doing interviews at big major events too. So there's that. Yeah. So who could it be?
Makes sense.
Who could it be?
I really don't know. I look forward to hearing that one. So everybody stick around for, a few minutes, and once that pops out, then you'll know. So why don't, since you actually just mentioned it, you said when you go to events and you're there in person, that's when we get a few more guests. So why don't you tell us what you've been up to this week?
Well, I was going to say, speaking of popping out, Rob, that's what I was going to say. See, I was leading in a different way. Speaking of popping out.
Both working on it, yeah.
Now, Rob, we talk about, you and I, we spend the first, couple of minutes only talking about our own personal lives, what's going on in our own personal lives. And there's a lot of people, I will say, Rob, a lot of 99.999% of people out there enjoy this first part. But if you do not enjoy listening to what Rob is up to outside of Munzee, listening to what I'm up to outside of Munzee, then I'm here to let everyone know a tip of the week for them. There is a skip or a fast forward button on all podcast apps. So there's like a 10-second skip. So if you use that 10 seconds now, bad luck. All you did was get rid of what I've just talked about using the 10-second skip button. But meanwhile, Rob, I have brand new hatching quail in the incubator. They're coming out as we speak. We've got 6, maybe 7 just popping out as we speak as well. So that is what I've been up to. Meanwhile, sir, what about yourself?
Well, I have been working on something that's super exciting in the background, because if I sat here and talked about all the actual Munzee stuff that I did every week, people would fall asleep because
it's not much.
From
a guild member, it's not much.
Oh, okay, that's a good point. In terms of Munzee gameplay, you are correct. It's not much. I'm in the land of not plenty. I have to leave
travel
where I'm at in order to go and get points and everything else. I'm using cap on boosters, so you can see that. So not a ton of gameplay. However, so many background tasks going on in my life these days that are just not fascinating and or not public information that are my tasks. So, however, been doing some other stuff that I want to talk about as part of it's going to extend into the Munzee universe. There's going to be some crossover because we are getting enough players as we were looking for, and it is a new app. It's a unique app. It's very different. It's called Skydrift Explore the World. So this is an app that is hot air balloon based.
Yeah.
And it is location based because you launch hot air balloons from your location, and you send them out all around the world, and you find little artifacts and create little collections and that kind of thing.
Get badges.
And you get little badges, achievements, all of those types of things going to be expanded. There's going to be a Munzee crossover, and we're going to be looking to the Munzee players to do some stuff that will actually impact the game of Skydrift, and there will be some things that Skydrifters do that impact the Munzee side as well. What's that going to be? You need to be in that pioneering set of players who maybe you weren't there when Munzee launched, so you're not in that early bird adopter group. Now's your chance to be in the early bird adopter group of Skydrift. And we are, again, Skydrift, Explore the World. So check it out. Explore the world with us. It's building. It's building now. The community is building. It's been really fun to watch that. I wasn't part of the initial launch of Munzee. But I imagine that it felt a little bit like this, which is it's pretty
really cool.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah,
that is
so.
Cool.
Anyway,
that is cool.
There's my 3-minute chat about that. Sorry, it's supposed to be shorter.
Skydrift. I part of it, Rob, too. I've yet to work out the best way strategically in order to gain some points, because it is you have friends on there as well, and Rob, obviously I'm one of your friends on there too, but. Mate, I don't know how but you're streaking ahead when it comes to all the points and stuff. And I'm like, how am I so far behind when it comes to points as opposed to other friends on there too? And I've got plenty of friends on there now too, because there's other Munzee players have actually joined up too. You know, a few ones off the top of my head, you know, Martez, for instance, she's up there, as well as Old Man Trouble. He's on there as well. And there's a few others too. So that and they joined after me. But now they're ahead of me, Rob. I'm still yet to work out the intricate details of how I can get ahead in points. But anyway, meanwhile, that's Skydrift ... Explore the World. Is it available on both for Apple and Android?
It is. It's a little idle gamer to, for those who watch their phone and you're looking for something that you don't have to travel around and play, and it pops up with notifications and tells you your hot air balloon landed. Want to send it out again? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just a little thing to do when you don't feel like getting out in whatever the weather is, wherever you are.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Have a look at that app. Meanwhile, Rob, let's talk about the events from last weekend. We had Ohio, Indiana, Arizona, 2 in Florida, and 1 California. And I said Indiana, and it's supposed to be Iowa.
Well done.
There we go.
Yes.
There we go. I fixed it. Around the world, mate.
Around the world, we had Ontario and British Columbia, Canada. We had 6 in England. There was Finland and Denmark.
Okay, Rob, here we go. The leaderboards over the weekend. Because of the big events in England, we had a total of 19 millionaires on Friday, 26 millionaires on Saturday, and 12 millionaires on Sunday. On Friday, the number 1 player in the world, Colecracker7, with 4.9 million points in first place. Second place, Jack Sparrow with 3.5 million. And in third place, Chicken Run with 3 million. The other millionaires are Herbie, 2.3 million. Dragons West and Plenty SMV, 2 million points. Toxin and Finder 400, 1.7 million. 123 XLF. W Helen and Q22Q17 with 1.3 million points. Brasilia and Sporty Taxi, 1.2 million points. Bunny 993, Taxi 343, and Jaroslav Kass with 1.1 million points. And following out the whole millionaires itself is Eli Soft, DJ Mitch 25, Waka Waka Wow, and Sandy 13 with 1 million. What DJ Mitch? I like that. Waka Waka. You like that? Waka Waka Wow, like a DJ. DJ Mitch.
Quite interesting DJ. Well done.
You're welcome. Saturday, mate. 26 millionaires. Who were they?
Yeah, thanks for giving me the long one. And we start off with Brasilia, 4.3 million. He's one of the hosts of the 6 events, so well done there. Plenty SMV, Toxin, Dragons West tied for second there with 2.4 million. And third, fifth, whatever. Colecracker7, 2.2 million. Well done to those. The rest of the millionaires are 123 XLF and Q22Q17 with 1.8 million. DJ Mitch 25, Boots and Cats, 1.7 million. Jeb Big G, 1.5 million. Jack Sparrow, Finder 400. Pope Jope for 1.4 million. Jaroslav Kasa and Chicken Run, 1.3 million. And Flamingo Flurry, 1.2 million. Oh, there's more. Herbie, DJ AJ Bros, Holly 811. Joe 222S, Doing It For The Kids, 1.1 million. Nightwood, Holliswine, E. Torland, Flamingo Chaser, Ellie Soft, and Max Maggot with 1 million points. Wow, that was a lot.
There was a lot. And you said I gave you the 26 millionaires. Rob, 19 plus 12 is more than 26. So I say more names than you. So anyway, Sunday, 12 millionaires in total. First place, Jack Sparrow, 2.2 million points. Second place, Chicken Run, 2 million points. Third place, Plenty SMV, 1.8 million points. And then the rest of them, here we go. DJ Mitch, 25, Butch and Cats, 1.7 million points, followed by Q, 22, Q17, and Jaroslav Kass with 1.6 million points. Dragons West, 1.5 million. Toxin, 123 XLF, 1.1. And then following out the millionaires, we have Peel Ringer, that's a new name, Nightwood, and Pebbles & Co. with 1 million points in total. So there you go. Well done to all those players over there in England, I dare say, and a few that were here in the USA too, by the looks of things too.
Yeah,
so
some deploys there at Cap on points for sure, yeah.
Absolutely, especially with Q, 22, Q17. She loves the deploying for the big events, so well done to you, Brenda. Meanwhile, current events come up this weekend. We have Arizona, South Carolina, California, and Kansas, and around the world, mate.
Germany and Netherlands.
That's it. So only a few. And don't forget to get your cards out on Tuesday for the following weekends for those double points for cards. Meanwhile, Rob... Sorry? Triple points. No, they're triple points. They're triple points. Big events coming up in July 10, 11, 12 in the Netherlands. Ohio, July 23, 24. Munzee at Midwest Geobash. September 18 to 20, Munzee Mania, Minnesota. November 6, 7, 8, Munzee Mirage in Las Vegas. January 14, 15, 16, 17, Munzee Mecca in Florida. All right, Rob, here it is, right here. The interview I had with the #1 player in the world who travelled from the good old US of A to England last weekend for all those big events. Here she is. Some know her as Linda, others Coal Cracker 7. G'day, Linda. Also known as Coal Cracker 7. G'day to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. It is good morning. That's right. So you've just returned to you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, but you've returned from England, the UK?
Yes, I got in late yesterday.
Nice. So you went over there just specifically for the big events over in England, didn't you?
Yes, all 6 of them.
Mm-hmm. And how many were in the contingent from the good old US of A? Was it just you and W. Helen?
Yes, we were the only 2 from the United States. There were players from Australia, the Netherlands, Germany. I think that's it.
England as well, of course.
Oh, yes,
and
England. some
big events. You know, there's 70+ players at these events. So did you meet everyone? Did everyone come and shake the Queen's hand?
No, because they do things different over there.
Oh, well, let's just jump straight into that. What's the differences that you found? Give me 3 or 4 or 5 main differences between the US and the UK when it comes to Munzee events.
When it comes to these events, what they do is they have a start time and they put the badge and the event pins out and the event indicator pin, and they're out for 24 hours. So you can come anytime and cap them. So if the event starts at 10 o'clock, a lot of people will show up at 10, but most of them will come at 11, 12, 1, and you're out capping pins, so you really don't get to meet them.
Oh, so basically it's just a 24-hour time frame. Very, very different to the ones here in the US. In the US, everyone's there at exactly the start time, like 11 a.m. or 10 a.m., whatever the start time might be. Everyone sits around, everyone has a chat, a chin wag, and then people go out and do the walk, and then they get picked up within the 24 hours here in the US.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the UK, they get picked up within 24 hours.
Wow. So if they're what's the differences then in regards to how they place them over there, the actual event pins?
They don't normally use flags like I do here in the United States. However, they will put them on they will print them out and laminate them and then zip tie them to light poles or other things. Once in a while, they'll just go ahead and use double-sided tape and stick them to road signs or something.
Right. So, therefore, I suppose that's the case. Then you don't really need to pick them up, within that 24-hour period, because people aren't going to pick up a laminated QR code as opposed to the flags that we use here in the US.
Correct. However,
Wow.
this past time, there was one area that they did use flags. They used about 10, 12 flags, something like that. And they didn't put them out until the day of. The rest were
Right.
put out several days before.
Wow. Wow. That's interesting because you think about it as well. Do you walk further if that's the case then? Because you can't get that exact 100 foot distance between like you can with the flags. Flags, you can walk for 100 foot, put a flag in, walk for 100 foot, put a flag in. But there has to be more than 100 feet between these pins, surely.
There are some times. However, what they did this time is they went out several days before and decided where the pins were going to go. And then a couple of days before the event, like we started on Wednesday, right after I landed there, Wednesday and Thursday, we went back out and physically put the QR codes on the light poles and stuff. So it was actually like a 3-step process.
Right.
He decided where they go. Then a couple of days later, he puts them physically out. We go out and tap them on the day of or the day after, and then he picks them up like within a week.
Wow. Wow. So he doesn't actually even pick them up. They're just active for 24 hours, but he doesn't necessarily need to even pick them up after that because, again, as we said before, they're not really on flags, so there's no actual property to pick up apart from the laminated QR codes. Interesting. What's one of your favourite moments of this last weekend that you had? Give us a little favourite tidbit that you enjoyed.
I enjoyed meeting everybody at the start time.
Yeah.
It was great seeing everybody, and a couple of people I've met before, and I really enjoyed seeing them again. And then I met several new people, and I enjoyed talking to them. Bonnie B1 for an example. And so I had never met her. She's in another clan from me, and it was nice to meet her face to face for a change.
Nice. And just to reiterate, another guild from you. There's no more the clans.
Yes,
no more
guild.
It's all right. It happens to all of us still. We're all still getting used to. I'm going to tell you now, Linda. In 12 months' time, there's still going to be people saying the clan word. So but we're trying to say guild now as opposed to the clans.
I understand.
No, that's all right. So did you embark any of your knowledge of event hosting from the US, for instance, over there at all? Did they pick up any of your information at all? Or?
As a matter of fact, they did, because I kept wanting to take pictures of everybody that showed up at the start time. And they don't do that over there.
Yeah.
So, it was new to them.
Yeah. I was going to say...
enjoyed it.
I was going to say that the exact same thing, and that is that I saw your photos, etc., on social media, and I love seeing groups of photos and groups of players and whatever on social media as well. But I looked and there was no more than 25, 26, 27 people in those photos at any one time. I spoke to Sam separately, Sam from Cup of Z, Sam. And he said they do things very differently over there, whereby they don't do the group photo with everyone in the photo for these group photos at all. So he said that. I thought that was very interesting as well. We're a very big difference between the two.
Right. The organizers of these events just don't like to take pictures, and I can relate to that. I don't like to be in pictures, but I'll take them.
Oh,
But
you're always front and center.
I wanted to have something to show everybody that, yes, they did have events over there, and that, yes, a lot of people show up. But as you can tell by the pictures, they were either the others were either out capping, or they showed up later in the afternoon, because all day Saturday it did rain.
Yeah, I heard that in regards to the weather isn't as the best Munzee weather outdoor activity area as opposed to the good old US of A. One more thing that I heard the difference as well is that over there they walk a lot, and rather than actual transport like vehicles and cars, etc., like you do here.
That is true. When I landed on Wednesday afternoon and got down to Bournemouth, I walked 6.5 miles that day. I walked 6.5 miles on Thursday. And then Friday, again, I walked about 5 miles, and Saturday it was another 6.5 miles.
Wow, yeah, so that's a very big difference as opposed to here. The good old US of A, they do love their transport. They do love their cars and and whatnot as well.
They do. They have great transportation system over there, from my opinion.
Yeah.
The other thing that they don't do over there is they don't play games. Like a couple of the events here, like the Megas and like Bob's
Up in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
He always plays games.
Yeah.
They don't do that over there. They get down to business. Here's the pin. Go cap.
Go. All the pins are out. Go and have fun, and that's it. And we'll see you on the trails, sort of thing. It sounds good. Linda, before you,
Lastly, they do not blast.
No blasts are used.
No blast.
Oh, any reason for that at all?
The English do not blast. They walk around and cap. So if you have it close to the pin, all your cards, chances are they're going to get capped. But the further out you go, chances are they're not going to get capped.
Wow, that's a big difference compared to here in the US. The US, we love to blast everything over here. It's probably the reason why, that happened back in 200 plus years ago or 250 years ago. Anyway, very, very. I'm getting off track. Linda, one more thing before we go, and that is, are you part of the committee in any way in regards to the big Munzee, Florida events coming up in January?
Yes, I am.
Yes. Have you got any more information you could maybe give us, or any other secret stuff that hasn't been announced yet?
Well, you're going to fly into Jacksonville. Or you're going to drive over to Jacksonville, and all the events will be held down towards Orange Park area.
Right.
Which is right outside of Jacksonville.
Very, very good. And because it's an American mega event, if you put your cards pretty much anywhere along the roads, they're going to get capped by many players as opposed to the English. So there you go. Well, Linda, thank you so much for chatting with us anyway. I'm going to get back to Rob, unfortunately. I prefer you as a co-host, but, don't tell Rob that. Thank you again so much. And you rest up now. Have you got any jet lag from the trip across?
Oh, I slept 12 hours last night.
Oh, that's why. See, there you go. And also, if anyone knows you, they know you well. That is that, you're up at 1, 2 a.m. in the morning starting your daily caps from there too. I've seen that.
Don't tell anybody, but I didn't do it this morning.
Oh, no. Well, I did see you on the leaderboard with multi-millionaire days, which is well done. Very good. And keeping that number one spot too. And again, congratulations being the number one Munzee player in the world.
Why, thank you.
You take care, Linda. Bye-bye.
Bye.
There you go, Rob. That was, Cole Cracker 7. She had a great time over in England by the looks of things.
Where does she, not have a good time?
Yes,
I think that's what it's all about. But thank you, Linda, for the information about the differences and similarities, because there are definitely some similarities about those events over in the UK. Nice. I'm really glad that she went. It's a good advertisement for why, if it's possible for people to travel, why not? Why not go meet players from all around the world? Because we truly had a very international group this year at those events. So well done.
Well done. Yep, very cool. And thank you so much, Linda, for I reached out to her last week and said, do you mind having a chat with me about English? She's like, no, not at all. So, yeah, thank you again, Linda. We all appreciate it. And the listeners appreciate it, too, because sometimes they just get sick of Rob and I's voice, just the two of us. So
indeed.
There you go.
Me too.
All right, Rob, what's happening? New baby animals and deploy event? What's this about? What?
Yeah, I mean, we like to keep things fresh. We like to do some fun stuff, and here it is. So we set up a deploy event that leads into actually earning different T-pubs that are deployed on your account in order to just get out there, get some more points scattered around the world. So this is what happened for week 1. And again, this launched on Friday. So in this first week, you deploy 3 flat objects or friends of any type. And when you do that, you earn a baby raccoon T-pub. So that's the temporary player-owned bouncer.
Oh, yep.
So that baby raccoon comes from years and years and years ago when we had those, and players didn't have the opportunity to kind of own those. They were mobs. So this is a new chance to get a special badge for this, and so that's been set up. Then the other deploy setup is to deploy 5 elemental mysteries of any type, and so those could be physical or virtual. And if you do that during the week, then you earned a baby fox. Ooh. So that's another one of those T-pubs. So So we've kind of brought some, baby animals back into the game because, they're so cute. The different types of things that you hear. I mean, you can see it in person with your baby quail and your very young goats and chickens and all those things. Everyone else doesn't get to see that on a regular basis, so we throw them into the game instead.
No, that's fair enough. And they are different. I wonder what's coming out. So it's every single week, Rob, for this month. We've got new baby animals and new tasks to complete for each one.
Yeah,
nice.
That's right. This was week 1.
Yep.
And the blog doesn't just leave it, I wonder. It literally says every Friday, we're going to have new baby animals. They're going to be, new deploy tasks and types. So the question is, which animals are next? And those of you listening as this releases, what do you think? Which ones?
Yeah.
And you'll find out at noon.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, Rob, there's one baby animal you won't get, and that is the baby monkey, because the baby monkey is available for the redeem as well if you're a premium member. And even if you're a premium member, it's not too late to redeem your baby monkey. Rob, are you listening to me? Rob?
Oh.
You, sir, have not deployed your baby monkey for this month, and you're holding the team back, just saying, again. Anyway.
Imagine that.
And that's so you don't need to travel to do that. You can do that in the redeem store as well, so don't forget
Pushing the button now.
There we go. While Rob pushes his button and gets his baby monkey launched, we're going to talk about the new sponsored garden badges. These have come out. These look fantastic. Now, what these are quickly is that if you've seen the bouncing virtual gardens, the BVGs as they're known as well, they all come with an actual badge. So if you cap the entire BVG, you obtain that particular badge, including the POI. You can obtain the badge for that. What these are, they're 750 Zs. They are sponsored. They're responsible. They're sponsored, Rob.
Sponsored. Yes.
So what you can do is, if you have a favorite garden or one of your own gardens, for instance, you can, use 750 Zs to actually obtain a badge for that particular garden. And what happens is from there is that once you cap the entire garden, including the POI, then you get that particular badge, and so does everyone else as well. Now, Rob, there was a couple of questions that came out in regards to this when it first was launched, and that is, what if you've got your own pins, like your own virtuals in there, and you can't cap your own virtuals unless there's a bouncer on it? Can you still get the badge? And the answer is yes, you can. Just cap everything you possibly can from that actual garden, including the POI, and the badge will come to you. The other question, Rob, was... I've capped that garden like 2 or 3 years ago. I love the garden. It looked great, but do I get a badge for it now, or do I have to go back and cap it again? No, you get the badge for it because you've already capped it all. So they're retroactively awarded as well.
Now, here's where I got stuck, because there are a couple of gardens that I was like, yeah, okay, here's one that I got, but I didn't get the POI. So I've either got to go back to those places, and I mean, these are places where there were events that I traveled to. One of them is the GCV garden, the Geocaching Vloggers Celebration 100K garden. I was going to put that one out there as a badge just for our testing, and Sam pointed out, you didn't cap the POI. And I was like, wow, I can't believe it. So there are some gardens that people are having to put the POI out there now, virtual garden POI. So here's what's nice is that Sam's got it built in when you look at a garden on Cup-A-Z, that you can see which ones have you capped, and have you check all of them are capped, or you own them, so that you know possibly in advance even if you're going to earn that badge if you sponsor it. So, just take a few minutes, check through some gardens. And again, you can choose your own, sponsor your own, which is great. If you build them all over the world, you might be just setting up those locals, with a new badge, and they would love that and celebrate. So thanks for building them a garden, but also thanks for providing them with a badge. So,
exactly. But not only that, you don't have to actually sponsor just your own as well. You can sponsor other people's gardens too as well. So have a look through Cup-A-Z, and there's all that in there. All that information is in there as well. How to sponsor someone else's garden if you wish to. Like a give back to a bit of a thank you as well, Rob. To it as well. So there you go. Very, very cool indeed. I do like this this badge, and there's badge hounds out there. One of which he is listening as we speak as well, and he's there thinking to himself, "Oh, I've got to get more. I've got to get more. I've got to get more." Especially
there are a lot
in Florida,
a lot of gardens around that player and in the general area. So
Exactly.
there's a lot of opportunity for extra badges now.
There is, and I think that's what he's about to do. Anyway, Rob, also at the same time this week, some new greeting cards came out. It's a very tropical theme, Rob, as well, the new greeting cards. Do you like these?
Yeah.
They're three new greeting cards.
You know, it's summer in the northern hemisphere. Some people can feel it when they step outside. Others still waiting for that 3 days of summer. But yeah, tropical theme. In case everybody hasn't noticed, we've kind of got this water-ish theme throughout the month. There's some of that flowing through the atmosphere. You'll notice it more with a few other things coming through the month. And so water, tropical. Did you see there's a tiki card?
Yes.
This is one of those things where, you know, for a long time, I want a tiki card. Yeah, and how could we, you know, not deliver on something that cool?
Exactly. Yeah. And don't forget as well that you have to actually have purchased these cards themselves before you see them actually in the Redeem store for stamps later on down the track. Some people, Rob, they look at the Redeem store in the stamp section, the card section, and they see one or two and they go, there's not that many in there. Well, there's quite a few in there. It's just that you don't actually own that particular card first. So if you want to use these tropical theme ones, like the tiki ones, etc., for future use with stamps, then you need to purchase at least one, just one. That's all you need. Yeah. Once you have that one stamp, then it'll come up in the Redeem store from time to time. So more options for the Redeem, Rob. Very, very cool indeed. Now, you were talking about water themed, Rob. We're talking about water theme in Whittles Series 3?
That's right. Series 3 of the Whittles is upon us. They are here, and this is water themed. And each of these series have been whittled from different types of materials, and everyone maybe has noticed that. Some, you know, don't pick up on those things. So this is the part where I spell it out for you. These materials that have been used are from different forms of water, different locations where water is found. So a couple of examples on this one. You got some shells. You got some driftwood. You got some coral. There's a little snow and ice for those in the southern hemisphere that might be feeling cooler temperatures than the rest of us up north, you know. So summer, winter, water vibes going on with these.
And the names themselves, Rob, I think they're pretty cool with the names itself. You got the surfer whittle, the hermit whittle, swimmer whittle, turtle whittle, hiker whittle, skater whittle, snowman whittle, and wabbit whittle. I try and say that. I felt like I've had a lisp then.
Right, exactly. You and I always with the, which way are these said? The whittle comes before the name, so it's a whittle wabbit, and that's
whittle,
where
wabbit,
the play,
whittle surfer, whittle hermit,
the vibe of
whittle swimmer.
You know, whittle turtle. There's a whittle turtle out there now.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's that one player out there in the world who's always asking, "Where's the turtle?"
And
she
know.
does sound exactly like that. Where's the turtle?
Trust
Every
me.
single post that we make with any sort of baby animal and that kind of thing. Where's the turtle? That's cute, but where's the turtle? That kind of thing. Guess what? Here's the turtle.
Here's the turtle.
You got the turtle.
The turtle. And trust me, Rob, when I say she does sound like that too, because I hear it on a daily basis. So that's right. Yeah, she's right here, right in my household right now. She's a turtle lover. So there you go. So thank you very much for the whittle turtle. Now these themselves, they are a trunk. It's the same way we've done it in Series 1 and Series 2. But if you haven't been for Series 1 or Series 2, very, very simple. You grab a whittle trunk itself. Out will pop a random whittle, whether it be the surfer, the hermit, the swimmer, etc., in level 1. You then grab another trunk, a whittle trunk, and it'll pop out either A, another one, or B, if it pops out the same one, it gives you the level up. Now, you can go up to level 10 for these as well. Once you reach level 10, you will not get any more of that particular whittle. So if I only got 10 whittle surfers so far, and then nothing else, guess what? The next time I open one, I'm not going to get a whittle surfer anymore. I'll get a whittle hermit or swimmer, etc. So that's the way these work. I think they work very well. Also, at the same time, you do want to level these up. Once you get to a level 10, and that's bouncing around the world, they are a temporary bouncer as well. Once they go, you still have that in your inventory, a level 10 whittle. What that means is you can then go to any wishing well, and for 25 stars, that's right, not 75, 25 stars for a level 10, you can then replenish that level 10 surfer, swimmer, turtle, whatever you like as well. So that's the way they work. The more you get of these, obviously, then the cheaper it actually becomes to resurface them later on down the track. So there you go,
absolutely.
Rob. Yeah.
Yep.
Meanwhile,
so these
Rob,
are available only in the in-app store.
Yep.
And the final piece about this, the Series 2 trunk is going back into the vault on July 1st. We know that those things come back from time to time. Series 1, Series 2, they will come back. However, going back in the vault, so if you still need to get anything on Series 2, now's your chance. They're going back on July 1st.
That's right. And so, as you said, Rob, only in-app, not on the website, and not in Freeze Tag Store, only in-app and only for Zeds. That's the way these work. But if you need extra Zeds, then obviously you can get the Zeds at different price levels, either in-app or on the Freeze Tag Store. Meanwhile, Rob, moving on, you said it at the beginning of the episode, Triple Tuesdays is still happening every single Tuesday. Triple points for greeting cards on Tuesdays, and at the same time, Scatter Saturdays as well. So extra scatters from Caps on Saturdays. Now, Rob, that leads me directly to the question of the week. And this question I saw on the water cooler, I found it interesting. Now, some players, they get confused by these things, and that's okay because there's a lot to deal with when it comes to Munzee. So, this is the question directly here for you, Rob, and that is, I capped my Skyland and didn't get any scatters. So how can that be, Rob?
Well, there's, I suppose, lots of different answers to that one, and sounds like a very specific situation in this specific one. The details would be necessary for investigating this. There's Munzee Sport. I'm sure if this got asked in the water cooler, the community jumped in, asked the necessary questions on behalf of Munzee Sport. So thank you. Answered this question, took care of the individual, took care of anyone else who might have this type of question. But it does depend on the number of bouncers there, the type of bouncers there, whether those scatter, blah, blah, blah. There's lots of different situations. So hopefully that either helps answer it or reminds people to lean on the community, which is great. Ask your questions, get your answers. If you're new, it's a great place to do it.
Exactly. But two things are, number one, you said, Rob, Skylands themselves don't scatter. The actual Skyland, if it's empty, it will not scatter. So no bouncers in the Skylands equals no scatters. And at the same time, some bouncers don't actually have scatters either. So that's another good tip as well, Rob, is to check the Skylands first. So you click on the Skyland before you click, the cap, then you click the details button and have a look at what's actually in there first. If there's nothing in the Skyland, Rob, you can obviously cap it as well, or you can use a magnet and get up to 7 bouncers in there, of which some of those will scatter, should scatter, hopefully, if you didn't get all jewel heads, for instance. All
Chances
right, Rob, moving on. Sorry?
Your chances are good of getting a scattering type.
They are pretty good. They are pretty good. Meanwhile, Rob, moving on to and ending on with the Munzee tip of the week, because we're getting late in the episode again.
Imagine that.
It's let's blame Linda. Let's blame Linda. She spoke a lot.
And it's a busy week. We've done a lot.
Week.
Yeah, it's a busy month.
All right, Rob, moving on to the Munzee tip of the week. And Sam, you're going to love this tip, mate. And that is use Cuppa Z to see when you can obtain your next gargoyle. Now, there's a button there's a viewing in the app, Rob, as well, if you haven't actually seen it, in the Cuppa Z app I'm talking about, whereby you can see the countdown timer to when you can purchase your next gargoyle, because they're on a 28-day timer, these gargoyles. They're not on a month by month, so it's not the first of every month. That's just a rough estimate. But they're on a 28-day. Now, there's a timer on there, Rob, to the split second as well. So there you go.
Wow.
And don't forget as well, once you get your new gargoyles for the month, then give it a skin or the randomizer as well, so you can get the extra points and they land on Skylands and tree houses. So there you go, Rob. That ends another official Munzee podcast.
Thanks for joining us on this Munzee adventure.
Don't forget, subscribe, rate, review on your favorite podcasting app, and join us next week for another informative episode.
And remember, Munzee is more than a game. It's a worldwide community of mobile game players and hot air balloon enthusiasts.
So keep scanning, keep discovering, keep that Munzee spirit alive, Rob. 1, 2, 3, whittles for the win.
Boots and cats and boots and